to read about the latest news from Greece, United States, and our community on newgreektv.com. Offered in English and Greek language, read about politics, the economy, and upcoming events.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Greek TV News, English edition.
Enjoy our feature articles on travel, fashion, and health.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Well, we want to hear everything about your background. Tell us a little bit about Wiz.
Watch New Greek TV productions anywhere, anytime on our web TV.
Από την εκπομπή, εμείς πάνω σε αυτό στα προβλήματα που αντιμετωπίζουμε.
Το 35%
Και αυτό που έχει κάνει αυτή η ταινία.
newgreektv.com. Our heritage, our community, our channel.
On the island of Antiparos, at the heart of the Aegean, Gaia produced an exquisite organic olive oil in limited edition, which traveled all the way to the US. The sales of Antiparos olive oil will finance 10 new and innovative Greek companies to grow. Buy today your bottle in reinspiregreece.com and support the Greek youth to move forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Greek TV News, English edition. Greece and its foreign lenders have largely bridged differences over a potential fiscal gap this year, removing a key sticking point holding up talks to release more bailout funds. Two sources directly involved in the talks said to Reuters on Tuesday. The latest review of Greece's progress under its European Union IMF bailout has dragged on since September, in large part due to wrangling over how Athens would plug a gap in this year's budget, which has been estimated at 1 billion euros. However, that's no longer the main issue in talks, thanks to surprisingly strong data on a primary surplus for 2013, two sources involved in the negotiations said. According to Reuters, a third official cautioned that it was too early to say the issue had been fully resolved, since complete 2013 data is not yet available. Athens expects to report a primary surplus, not counting debt, of 1 billion euros in 2013, but the data will be officially confirmed only in April. The two sides still need to agree on the terms of bank stress tests, structural reforms, and the impact of a court ruling reversing some wage cuts before 4.9 billion euros in rescue loans are disbursed, according to the sources. The picture we have is that the issue of the fiscal gap for 2014 is nearly resolved, a Greek finance ministry official said to Reuters, speaking on condition of anonymity. A second official confirmed the assessment, adding that the discussions had now moved to assessing a potential fiscal gap for 2015. Greek officials are hoping a deal with the EU IMF will be clinched by the end of February, allowing funds to be disbursed in early March. The city of Athens could attract more than 1 million tourists annually after completion of an investment project in Hellinikon, according to Lambda Development's CEO. Addressing a global forum in Athens, Odysseas Athanasiou said the project will create around 15,000 job positions during the investment period, while completion of the project will create 50,000 direct and indirect job positions. Tax revenues for the state will surpass 2 billion euros annually, while total direct investments from the exploitation of the area of the former international airport at Hellinikon will surpass 6 billion euros, Athanasiou added. Hellenic Republic Asset Development Fund, TAIPED, a few days ago announced it had approved the final plan of a contract for the sale of shares in the exploitation of Hellinikon SA. The tender procedure is expected to be completed in the first quarter of the year. The Hellinikon project is the largest real estate investment project worldwide, as the property is more than 3 times larger than the size of Monaco, more than twice the size of Hyde Park in London, and almost 2 times the size of Central Park in New York. Angelos Filippidis flew to Athens at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning and was taken to police headquarters, Gada, after being arrested. Filippidis has been given until Monday to prepare his deposition. I came voluntarily as promised, said Angelos Filippidis, who was taken to the police headquarters immediately that morning. Filippidis asked for time to prepare his case and was given until Monday, that's February the 10th. After negotiations between Turkish authorities and the Greek Ministry of Foreign Affairs, The former head of Hellenic Post Bank, Angelos Filippidis, was returned to Athens at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning with flight TK 1845, Turkish Airlines, and was taken to Rada after immediately being arrested. He was expected to be taken to the prosecutor in order to testify. Filippidis is wanted in Greece on charges of fraud and money laundering over millions of euros in allegedly unsecured loans issued by Hellenic Post Bank when he was in charge. Greek authorities sent an urgent request to Turkish authorities to re-detain Filippidis. A Turkish court released Angelos Filippidis, on Monday. The move prompted Greek prosecutors to appeal to Ankara to take Filippidis back into custody. Filippidis was released without bail after the Turkish court ruled his arrest and extradition to Greece as illegal. Applying the law of the country, the Turkish court not only let him free, but also did not impose any restraining orders. The Court of Appeals in Athens and the extradition office call upon the second request for his extradition to Greece on account of the bad loans given to shipowner Panagiotis Efthymiou. The Turkish court rejected the first of the two Greek requests for the extradition of Filippidis, who was arrested in Istanbul on January the 10th. SYRIZA's candidate for regional governor of the Western Macedonia region, journalist Theodoros Karipidis, has caused an uproar after he was shown to have written anti-Semitic slurs and has almost lauded Golden Dawn. The choice of Mr. Karipidis has stirred a hornet's nest of controversy and cast doubt on the political acumen or abilities of SYRIZA staff. A real surprise was that the only reason from within the party came from Panagiotis Lafazanis' left platform and had to do with the fact that Mr. Karipidis is not a SYRIZA member. In an article after Golden Dawn MP arrests, Mr. Karipidis rallied against the government, implying that the arrests were just show. But Mr. Karipidis' faux pas know no end, as he characteristically went on an anti-Semitic tirade, that would shame the writers of that hoax called the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. Answering detractors from within SYRIZA, Mr. Karipidis noted that the choice to place him on the ticket is an opening by the party towards broader social strata, noting that he placed some demands for his region that were agreed upon with the party, and that his name was proposed from the party core. Speaking on a local TV station, Mr. Karipidis tried to clear his name and show up the leftist past of his family, for which, as he said, they suffered persecution, tribulation, and incarceration. He also stressed that he was being besmirched by media at the behest of the political parties. However, now two members of SYRIZA's political secretariat, Panos Lambru and Mania Barsevski, have taken issue with the proposal to put Karipidis on the party ticket, but also with a proposal for the candidacy of Odysseas Voudouris for the region of the Peloponnese. The next handout to Greece may include extending the maturity on rescue loans to 50 years and cutting the interest rate on some previous aid by 50 basis points, according to Bloomberg. A report by Bloomberg noting that the next handout to Greece may include extending the maturity on the rescue loans and cutting the interest rate on previous loans by 50 basis points is causing a stir, with first signs on Greek bond yields. The article notes this plan will be considered in late spring or early summer and may include the aid package worth between 13 and 15 billion euros. The measures seem to be under discussion, but with a proviso that Greece meets the commitments, and as Dutch Finance Minister Jeroen Dijsselbloem is quoted as saying. Moreover, this is such an oft-repeated recording from the Dutch minister that it's beginning to sound like the proverbial boy who cried wolf. Meanwhile, the news from Bloomberg led to a sharp drop of Greek bond yields on Wednesday, according to Reuters, which notes that they fell by 60 points this week, almost reversing their recent rise to 2014 peaks spurred by contagion. Another immediate result was that Greek 10-year bonds rallied with yields totaling 37 basis points to 7.92% Wednesday afternoon, signifying the biggest drop in 7 months, while the Athens Stock Exchange Index rose by 3.3%. The Finance Ministry has released a document in the Greek Parliament about the exact sum of embezzled money returned to the state, which will be used for high-priority public funding. The Finance Ministry will introduce a bill in the next few days which will allow embezzlers lower prison terms if they return their illicitly gained money. And now it has a clear picture of the amounts that will reach state coffers. The Finance Ministry has released a document about the exact time and the exact sum. According to it, an account number for deposits to the Greek state has been active since December 17, 2013. Deputy Finance Minister Christos Staikouras informed the Parliament that the contents of the account appears in the state budget as unforeseen revenue. What's interesting about the account is the exact amount of money it made in the past 2 economic years. Only in the last week of 2013, the account contained the sum of €7.5 million, while in the first 2 weeks of 2014, it gathered almost 10 million. The money comes from people already awaiting trial for corruption. 2 opposition MPs, Asimina Xirotiri and Nikos Tsoukalis from the Democratic Left, the MAR party, inquired as to the transparency of the account and the government's intentions concerning the use of the amounts via public financing. Typical of the mistrust in the executive, they fear the account will be used to contain illicit gains returned by public figures being called upon to account for their misdeeds. Earlier today, there was a rumor that a huge earthquake was on its way to the badly damaged city of Lixouri and the inhabitants should evacuate immediately. It was a vicious rumor. As if the damage done by the ongoing earthquakes wasn't enough, Cephalonian citizens are faced with misinformation concerning potential upcoming quakes. Earlier on Tuesday, there was a rumor that a large earthquake would strike the already badly damaged city of Lixouri and inhabitants should immediately evacuate. As it proved false, it was propagated on fear and caused chaos in the city. The momentary panic was such that the local prosecutor has asked for an official investigation in order to find out who the person responsible is for spreading disinformation. Hundreds of people have seen their houses damaged beyond repair and have had to spend nights in the street, their cars, public buses, basketball courts, even ferry boats. It's estimated that around 600 people spent the night outdoors. The municipality of Cephalonia was forced to make a statement calling citizens to disregard any rumors or information caused by panic and/or bad faith. It asked for self-control and rationality to prevail, adding that there has been absolutely no official document or statement to warn of any upcoming major earthquake on the island. Seismologists have also been a little too glib when appearing on national media to offer their expert testimony. Renowned earthquake expert Vasilis Papazachos stated that in the long term, it is more than possible that a quake as high as 7 on the Richter scale could strike the island. Greek farmers are objecting to the new tax law, which rules that starting in 2014, they're to get taxed according to their actual income, not objective criteria set out after negotiations. Almost every year in midwinter, Greek farmers standing in the middle of major national highways talk to the cameras about their demands from the government, and then they block the roads with tractors. Almost always, it has something to do with money, whether subsidies in the past or taxes in the future. This season, it's the new tax law they object to. It rules that from this year on, they are to get taxed according to their actual income, not the objective criteria set after negotiations with the government. This looks fair to other taxpayers who have been forced to pay exorbitant taxes. But farmers have complaints, fondly remembering the days of old when subsidies flowed from an open spigot and they paid no taxes. With production plagued by weather conditions, European subsidy laws, and cheaper EU products, farmers' revenues have been decreasing over the years. However, they have received little sympathy from the broader public. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us for this English edition news. Tune in next week. This was Themis Iliopoulos for New Greek TV.
On the island of Antiparos, at the heart of the Aegean, Gaia produced an exquisite organic olive oil in limited edition, which traveled all the way to the US. The sales of Antiparos olive oil will finance 10 new and innovative Greek companies to grow. Buy today your bottle in reinspiregreece.com and support the Greek youth to move forward.
Daily to read about the latest news from Greece, United States, and our community on newgreektv.com. Offered in English and Greek language, read about politics, the economy, and upcoming events.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Greek TV News, English edition.
Enjoy our feature articles on travel, fashion, and health.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Well, we want to hear everything about your background. Tell us a little bit about you.
Watch New Greek TV productions anywhere, anytime on our web TV.
Από την εκπομπή
Εμείς πάνω σε αυτό το
στα προβλήματα που αντιμετωπίζουμε.
35%
Και αυτό που έχει κάνει αυτή η ταινία
newgreektv.com. Our heritage, our community, our channel.